So I'm going to teach you about layering, or grading as some sewing patterns call it. And essentially what it is the art of reducing bulk without causing a ridge inside your lovely seam allowances. So this is typically something you would have to do when you've got multiple layers of fabric together. So in this instance, what I've got is my inside and outside layers, and then I've sandwiched two other layers of fabric into this. So for example, you've got to think about maybe a collar would be a bit like this. So if I were just to trim all of this down in one go and then turn my seam allowances over, because of the thickness of the seam allowance, what will happen is it will create a bump, and that's not something we want to do. So instead we look at doing a layering activity. So what we do is we take each layer separately and we trim it right down and incrementally get slightly wider and wider and wider until you've created a lovely sort of almost step-like ridge to your seam allowance. And what will happen as a result is that when you fold it over, the whole thing will feel smooth and flat and much more defined than if the whole thing was cut off short in one go. So I'm going to go and do that now and I'll show you the impact. So this is the first layer I am trimming off, and I'm probably going about 5 mils away from the seam allowance. Okay, so that can go. Then I'm going to look at this next layer and I'm going to come out a couple of mil. Okay, and this is the third layer and I'm going to come out even more. So you can see that I've created almost like a step in the fabric. And this is a really important technique to understand and to capitalize on, because you end up with a beautiful finish to your seams every single time. So I'm now going to press that. Right, and there we go. And if I could demonstrate how this feels through the camera, then that would be brilliant. I can't, but you should be able to see that there is very little ridge-like fabric causing any bulk there. So that's how you layer.